Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another vlog. In today's video, we have so much things to get done. I literally have a list of everything, and I feel like from now on in our videos, I'm going to have a structured list because it's just a lot to be happening. The structured list helps me, and me helping myself helps you to not be stressed watching this video and have it all over the place. Of course, I have my timestamps below, so you could just drag across, toggle through the video, and you will see all of the timestamps to see which part of the video you want to watch and which part you could skip, no problem, but just make sure and watch the video. But anyways, before we get into this video, please make sure and leave a like, subscribe. I know I'll always a comment on the video, yeah, because only ain't really watch the video to know. So let's get into this update with my hairstyle. I did this hairstyle yesterday and I used two products. I actually posted an update about it on my Instagram. So if you want to stay updated in real time about my hair care journey, please don't hesitate to follow me on Instagram, especially because I like to do like stories, post on my Instagram stories, updates, stuff I'm using in my hair, things like that. And you wouldn't get it in real time if you're trying to stay updated with the products that I'm using in my hair and stuff. So this is the update. I honestly, I'm not a fan of how my hair looks right now. I prefer how it was last week. Um, I just feel like this is way too fluffy for a day too, but I feel like I'm also a very harsh judge and I'm very particular. So comment and let me know. What do y'all think about my hair? Do y'all think it's going to last me all week? I kind of have a feeling that it's not going to last me all week. Mainly because last week when I did my hair, it was more like elongated and like kind of flat for like 2 days. And following that, eventually kind of fluffed up like this, probably like the Friday. So seeing that this is only day two, and this is what we're working with right now, I kind of have a feeling that it's not going to last. But the definition is kind of there. It doesn't look bad at all. But I won't be surprised if by Wednesday, I prefer to keep my hair just like in a high puff because it may get crazy. Okay, so I do have a lot of laundry here to get rid of. I absolutely dislike doing laundry. I know I'm not the only person who don't like folding laundry. And I absolutely hate when it gets on my bed because I just feel so depressed. When I see like clothes and clutter on my bed, I feel so like, oh my gosh, stressed out for no reason. And I still have not picked out like the clothes that I want to wear this week for work. I feel like that does always make it easier, but reality is you won't always have the perfect routine, especially if you're now starting. In my last video, I kind of showcased, I'm setting up everything. I am super organized, taking out my clothes for the work week, ironing my clothes for the work week. But reality is I feel like when you're now starting to do that or now trying to get organized, it's not going to be peaches and cream right away. It's not going to be perfect right away. And you have to give yourself grace and understand that you can't just jump yourself into being disciplined in that regard. Monday evenings, winding down for me. I really don't know how to explain, but I think it's all because number one, I really do enjoy and love my job. You know, I really do enjoy my job. I would have studied finance in university. And at the time when I chose finance, I was sure that I wanted to study it. I felt like when I looked at the listing of programs available at USC, I felt like that was the only program that really resonated with me. I did not want to do accounts because I felt like accounts was just like a lot, but finance is close enough to accounts. However, it's more like analyzing the financial statements. So you are not preparing the financial statements, but you're analyzing them, right? So I opted to do that. I did still have to do some accounting courses, of course, because you need to understand what's going on. But I just didn't really care to go too in depth with accounts, right? And at the time, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain myself, and I feel like many people could probably relate. Persons who studied, and maybe you had a different passion from what you studied. Because initially, my passion was fashion, and I always dreamed of studying fashion design. I thought I wanted to be a designer, a fashion designer. That was my one dream, my one passion. I just knew that I just loved fashion so much. And I also think that I do have a unique way of thinking. And when it comes to fashion, I also am very art driven, like anything art related, by me. However, when I finished studying, I applied for, well, I started working with OJT at first, and I did get into accounting. I didn't really get any finance related jobs. I more got like accounts related jobs. I realized that finance is a very competitive field. And I didn't even realize this until years later. Because for my first interview, I felt like I was super unprepared. I was fresh out of school. I did not know what to expect. I didn't know it was so intense. But I did do an interview at first with OJT for a company. I think it was TTSEC. I don't know if anybody knew about that company. TTSEC is basically a company that regulates all of the financial institutions in Trinidad and Tobago. I had no idea how big that was, and long story short, I didn't get through. And I feel like I rambled so much earlier. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I didn't get through at first with that. Then I ended up working in auditing, internal auditing. That was a really cool job because it was pretty flexible, meaning like you were not confined to one office. You had to go to different campuses and things like that. It was more like physical verification of assets. So I would literally go around campus. It was at a university. I would go around the campus, go to people's offices and stuff, and we would have like scanners, and we would scan under the tables, under the desks, things like that. It was a lot of physical activity, as you can imagine, because you literally have to bend down, turn behind the computer, scan, just to have like a database. That was a really cool job, but at the same time, it was a lot. Probably was not for me, but it was cool. It was a nice, cool experience. But anyways, I rambling so much. Just to make the point that finance will always have a place in my heart, but it is not my end goal in terms of, or my ultimate career goal, if that makes sense. But it will always be a part of my life because I genuinely enjoy studying finance. And I realize there's a difference between enjoying to study something and actually enjoying the job, because studying that subject or studying that field versus working in that field are two completely different things. And nobody told me this. Studying in a field and working in a field is two different things. Like, it literally is not the same. Finance, I love studying finance. Something about it is just like so challenging that it's just like I want to continue because I want to prove to myself I can do this. And it's very analytical. It's interesting because it's like you're always researching to figure out like what are the best investments to make. So that's what intrigues me about finance. And I feel like I didn't waste my time studying finance, because at the end of the day, finance will always be a part of each and every one of our lives. So what did I really lose by studying that? And so with my new job, thank God I'm still able to have that financial aspect, but I'm actually working in admissions. So you find that I have a variety. It's not just sitting on a computer and just type, 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 which is what I used to do at my other jobs as accounting assistant, which I don't really like. It's super repetitive and super boring. It's the same thing every day. Like, you literally feel like you're a hamster on a wheel. I don't like it. Right? But with this new job, I get a lot of variety. I still have primarily like financial roles. I don't want to get into too much details, to be honest, but in admissions, I do have to communicate a lot with customers. So you find that there's a lot of customer service, and with that being primarily one of the things that I do, you find that there's a serious focus on it, versus the places that I worked before. When it comes to customer service, it wasn't primarily what we did. Yes, if somebody called, we might get them an update, things like that. But in this case, I'm calling people, and I'm trying to build a relationship with these people, and the people who call, I want them to come and come to us, because technically I'm in the sales department. So yeah, it's a emphasis on it, and I feel like it's really developing my people skills as well as my communication skills. But long story short, I think I'm really developing a love for marketing. Just being in that space, I feel like it's such a broad space to be in where I am. I get the exposure to finance, which I love studying, so it's like, yes. And it's simple tasks, not like the meat of finance, or should I say, not too in depth in finance or accounts, but like surface level. I got this. Like, I could do this. Things to make me feel confident, because I study this. We got this. Keep in mind, there's still a learning curve, regardless. But yeah, so it gives me some sort of validation there. And I do wish to continue studying. And right now I could only see myself studying marketing if I do continue studying. I could only see myself studying marketing. I would love to do my master's in marketing. I actually did like a quiz on ChatGPT to figure. I was feeling so lost. I was feeling like if I was in some sort of crisis, trying to figure out what career am I really interested in. Like, what career is just am I going to actually love, or what career path can I continue to pursue? Because I don't want to just stop at having my degree. In this kind of economy, you need more. Whether it is you have more business wise or you have more education wise, right? But yeah, I did a quiz on ChatGPT, and what they said based on all the questions they asked me, the field that best suits my personality is marketing. And my friend was like, I'm not surprised. And I was like, wow, because I literally, just me being on YouTube, me being on TikTok, loving to make content and stuff, kind of hints to, girl, you love marketing. What do you mean? You know? But it feels really good that I did that quiz about my personality to see what really lines up with me. And I really, really encourage anybody else to do the same thing. Do that quiz, just ask ChatGPT, hey, give me a quiz or a series of questions that would help me to determine what career path lines up with my personality. Not with what you think you like, but with your personality. And marketing, that field lines up perfectly with my personality. And I'm totally shocked. Like, I really am shocked. Did I wish I studied marketing when I did my degree? No, I don't. I'm glad I have that exposure to finance. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and this if I didn't have that degree in finance, I wouldn't have worked those other places that I worked. I feel like all of that happened for a reason. And I just thank God at the end of the day that I'm able to have a job now that I love so much. Like, I can't begin to explain to you all how much I look forward to going to work. That's why I enjoy so much making these videos about going to work. Like, I love going to work. I just feel so blessed and so happy. And so I just wanted to give you all a job update. I hope I wasn't rambling too much, and I really hope that what I shared could touch somebody else, especially if you're not sure about your career, or like you spend so much years, 4 years studying. Some people spend more than 4 years studying, pursuing a degree, and it's like afterwards you start working in the field, and it's like, this is not what I expected, you know. So I wonder if something could be done that would help persons to actually choose the right career path. Not just what you think you're interested in or what you like doing in school, but what lines up with your personality. What can you see yourself doing for the rest of your life? Something that you could see yourself doing for a very, very long time. And for me, that was not crunching numbers all day. Finance is a very, very, as I said, competitive field as well as demanding. Anybody who works in accounts or finance would tell you accounting is demanding. Now, I'm not saying that other fields are not demanding as well, like marketing and stuff. But if you genuinely enjoy it and it's something that naturally comes to you, I'm a person, I'm very creative. Ideas naturally come to me. So it's like, if I am prompted to work overtime for some reason, or like I'm working under a lot of pressure, it will be easier for me to sit and come up with content creation ideas for a company or some kind of marketing strategy, or come up with a marketing campaign, than crunching numbers sitting down where you actually have to be at the office. Well, I know some persons provide remote, but I feel like you more find like remote job options when it comes to marketing. It's just me, and I know that it is me. But anyways, that's enough rambling. If you all want to hear more about me rambling about career choices and stuff like that, Let me know in the comments. Let me know how you find this particular segment of the video was. I'm going to continue folding up my clothes because clearly I suck at multitasking and I still have so much clothes to fold up while I was just standing up here talking to Ollie and barely folding my clothes. This is what happens when I'm very passionate about something. Lord knows. I also wanted to say that initially I stated that my first passion was fashion, or should I say my passion is fashion. I do have a passion for it. And it's not that I'm taking it and I'm setting it aside or I'm taking it off and throwing it away. But sometimes you can fulfill your passions in different ways. Not just, okay, this is what I love to do and I'm gonna do this alone. You know? So in my case, I realized that I am content and I'm fulfilled with just getting that fulfillment. In my case, I realized that I do get that contentment and fulfillment concerning my passion for fashion from doing content. Like doing content, showing all my work outfits, planning work outfits, and my mom sewing my fashion, my mom sewing my clothing and showcasing here all my mom made this for me. That fulfills that passion for me. Not only in that regard, but maybe I might do like a cute fashion related video and post it to TikTok. Person's comment and giving me critiques or telling me that they like my outfits. These are things that really fuels and feeds that passion for fashion that I do have. So it's not that I'm throwing it away, but sometimes you need to try to understand or analyze yourself or your life or the cards that life dealt you and figure out where can I fit my passion in, and is it that this is going to fulfill me, or do I need to like go to the extreme and do a master's in fashion? In my case, I don't need to go and do a master's in fashion or a degree in fashion. I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel led to do that right now. Before, I would have told you different, but I've realized that that passion is being fulfilled. And not only in that regard, but with my business. Before, I thought, okay, I have a business. I'm literally sewing. By the way, I did make this robe myself. I do have a small business. It is on pause right now because I'm kind of restructuring things since I started working 8 to 4, right? So with my business, I used to feel like I need to sew everything. I need to make everything by hand. I need everybody to know that I made this. But now I don't feel fulfilled doing that. And I can't say that now because guess what? I tried it. I tried going solo. I tried just doing that alone. And it wasn't what God wanted for me. You know, it was a season that God wanted me to go through so that I could understand, grow through it, learn through it, acquire discipline financially as well, spiritual discipline as well during that period of time. But it's just ultimately not what God wants for me to just have my business alone. There are other things that I feel led to do by God, right? And relating fashion to fashion as well, as I was trying to explain before I rambled and rudely interrupted myself. um, I've realized that I am fulfilled with restructuring my business in a way where I am not the person making the items, but I am outsourcing. I have other persons that are making the items for me. But now I have more control to actually pour into marketing my business, and I will be super fulfilled within that. And that would make it easier for me to manage my business, my content life, creating fashion related content, as well as just content in general, and my 8 to 4 job. So you need to figure out what in your life, you need to just look at your life and balance everything in sections that you can work with. This is day 2 in my wash and go. I think I have a love-hate relationship with my hair because when I woke up this morning, I did not really like this hairstyle at all. I was like, oh my gosh, it's fluffing out too fast. I don't really like it. What do y'all think for day 2 after sleeping on this 2 nights? I think it looks nice, at least on camera. I think it looks great. I want to add some lip gloss because I feel like my lips look super dry. I did my skincare routine already. And of course, I'm going to try to give Ollie a fit check. What have me upset today is the fact that I have these 2 breakouts. And I have a breakout inside of my nose. There's a next story for next day. But these 2 breakouts are really upsetting me because I've been putting tea tree oil on them as soon as I saw them coming up. So it had no reason to even get that noticeable in the first place. That's all I'm gonna say. But today's outfit, I feel so disorganized this week because I don't have like I have my stuff laid out here, but just so random. I didn't like specifically choose out. Okay, I want to wear this today. I want to wear this tomorrow. I did not do that this week, so I feel very disorganized. Okay, but this is the outfit. I'm wearing a gray jacket and pantsuit and a green top inside of it. Last week I wore a pink bodysuit with this outfit, and I just tried to switch it up today. Um, yeah, very simple, very cute. I love it. I like how it looks like this, but you know when you're sitting down, it's kind of like look weird, so you have to open it. Which way you all think it looks better, like this or like this? Let me know in the comments which way you would prefer to wear a jacket suit. Like this, with just a little piece peeking out, or like this. Okay, so I am heading to work right now. I am waiting on my mom, to be honest. I am packing my lunch kit, but I ran out of snacks, so I don't have any snacks to put in my lunch bag. Um, yeah, sadly, it's about time to go in the grocery to buy some new snacks and stuff. So I have my lunch, my water bottle is in work, which I will refill at work. I am packing. I'm also packing this super cute coffee mug. I wish it was more pigmented, but I don't know if you're seeing. It's pink. It has like a pink gingham material. This is probably very poor ASMR. This might sound better. Yeah, so this is my coffee mug. It fits a lot of. I don't drink coffee. I prefer to drink tea, right? But yeah, this is my coffee mug. I got it in this new home store in Trinity Mall for only I think it was $13 to $15. I forget the name of the store, but it's which part sports and games used to be downstairs in Trinity Mall. If you know, you know. I'm also packing a small toothpaste and my toothbrush as well. I did just put in my lunch bag because I don't know where else to put it, to be honest. And I don't have one of those personal care purses or bags. But lastly, why did I shake my perfume? Lastly, I'm wearing my champagne toast perfume, or is it, sorry, my champagne toast fragrance mist from Bath and Body Works. And you all know my perfume placement. Ever since I saw that, I just go with it behind the knees and by the wrist, and then I just put some extras. I'm looking for a new fragrance. So if you all know any really nice body mist from Bath and Body Works, let me know in the comments as well because I'm looking for a new one. I feel like I always get fed up of perfumes. I kind of wanted to have like a signature scent, like okay, everybody who know me know I just smell like this, but I get bored of the same smell, so I'm open to recommendations. If you all know any really good fragrances from Bath and Body Works. I also have a container of salt that I'm putting in my lunch bag as well. Um, I don't even know how to explain that, but sometimes I like to gargle warm salt water because I was just seeing a lot about it on TikTok, like how good it really is for your gums, and the fact that our mouths are literally breeding grounds for bacteria. And ever since I came to that realization, I don't play about my oral hygiene. I no longer feel lazy to floss. I'm gonna floss every day. Needs to get it together. Today is Wednesday, and that means that this time my twin pretty is dropping a new episode. So I'm so excited. I literally can't wait to reach to it early today so that I can just watch that. So today I decided I'll do my hair with you all. This is how I sleep with my hair. Just take off the bonnet. Um and there is some flaking going on with the gel, to be honest. However, when you fix your hair, you doesn't notice it. I know some people just have a serious pet peeve about flaking. I do too, but trust and believe me when I tell you, you are not going to notice it. Especially, I have on my hairline because I use a lot of gel on my hairline. So for those who missed it, this is the gel that I've been using to do my wash and goes recently. And we're going to continue using it because look at this big container. But not only that, it works well. Not only did I buy it and I need to use it, but it works really well. So I just usually part everything is still intact. I slick my edges. I don't even do anything fancy. I just put some gel just to neaten it. I don't think I can ever go without neatening my edges. Some people look good with just their natural edges, but I just feel like my hair is a bit wild and I just don't like how I look if I don't slick my edges. And it doesn't have to be like a style, it's no big swoop or anything like that, but just have to have it neat and slicked basically. It looks so cute already. I've been doing daily updates on my Instagram, showing my hair journey. So again, if you all are not following me on Instagram and you want to see those hair updates, sometimes I'll post things that I don't post on YouTube. Hairstyles that I may not have time to post on YouTube, or talk about in depth in my YouTube videos. So if that is something you're interested in, I definitely suggest that you follow me on Instagram because I'm doing those updates on my stories, not posts. So this is basically what I do. And as you can see, it already looking like it has some sort of shape. But for food, oh my gosh, some of the gel got on my pants. Small thing. So I just fluff it out a bit. Not even much, to be honest. I don't really like to manipulate it much, and I don't like to sleep with my hair stretch or anything because I feel like it'll just take away from the definition. That's just me from when I tried it. And as you could see, our hairstyle is literally good to go. Like, what do y'all think? Or do you think I'm stretching it and I should just put my hair in one now, or do you think it still looks good on day 3? Now I'm just adding some lip gloss. All you know, my lips always be dry. I literally cannot wait to reach work just to watch the Samurai Liberty episode 8. This is the lip gloss I'm using. It's vitamin E from Broadway, and that is basically it. Like, I am ready for work. My hair is done. You'll see how simple and easy that was. That's why I love doing wash and goes. I love hairstyles where I could just, well, hairstyles that are low maintenance. That's me. Hey guys, so I just reached work and I am going to do a hair update for my Instagram. But first, I'm putting on my shoes. Simple, very cute. This is where I'm going to do my hair update today, which I don't like because I really don't like this particular mirror in work. I feel like it just, some mirror just does not look like how you know you look. Yeah. So I just did my hair update. Now I am going to make some tea. I did not have any breakfast today, which is bad. This is my really cute coffee mug that I was showing you. This is the tea, peach and ginger, bigelow. Trust and believe it tastes really good. Ignore the ginger. I know the ginger tea. I hate ginger tea, but for some reason, this tea tastes really good, and you barely taste the ginger. You mainly taste peach, and it has other things in it like peppermint. Well, the ingredients: peppermint, orange leaves, chamomile, peach, and ginger is the last thing on the list. So it has the least amount of ginger. Please trust me and invest in a box of these. The only place I saw it selling was True Value in Valpark. That's the only place I saw it. True Value in Trinity. I didn't see it there. So if you're interested in this tea, which I highly recommend, it's on the top of my list, Valpark Plaza, True Value. And to sweeten, I'm using this stevia in the raw, which is a 0-calorie sweetener. But you might be thinking, like, why is she using that? what weight you're trying to lose. It's not that I'm trying to lose weight. I just get turned off of sugar, to be honest. So yeah, you'll find that I use some white stuff. Even though this technically has sugar in it, but it's way less sweet. And it's healthier, to be honest. So only 1 pack of this. 2 packs is be too sweet. And for the girlies that know, if you use too much of an artificial, well, I don't want to call it artificial, of a fake sweetener or a sweetener that is not sugar, it tastes horrible when you use too much of it. Like, it just don't taste good. So, and that's basically it. I used to be the type of person that would love milk in my tea all of the time, but for some reason, since I stopped drinking milk, even though I do drink almond milk and I could put almond milk in it, I am perfectly fine with just the tea and the fake sugar. Perfectly fine. So I'm gonna suck up as well to watch my what's the name of the show? Summer 22. And I'm really sad that this is the last season. Don't buy that brand now. That reason, no. No. Hi guys. So for this part of the video, we're going to be doing a Pennywise haul. Can you pass the Pennywise bags, please? It's behind you. Thank you very much. Well, you'll be scoping it out whilst I'm doing the video. Right? So what is this? This is so the first thing is a box of Playtex in regular. I also got some of these toothbrushes. I went with the soft one. I saw a lot of people on TikTok recommending the soft one instead of the medium or the hard one, to be honest. Boom. I feel like I want a better background. Okay, so the next item I got was this body scrub from New Spa. And I bought it because, you know, sometimes if you're actually using a disposable razor, it's recommended to use a scrub so that you won't get ingrown. So that's why I bought this. I also had to repurchase one of these Himalaya cocoa butter creams. I feel like this is one of the best creams. I feel like it's more liquid based and it moisturizes as well. Since I started using this, my skin never really gave problems from dryness. Okay, so we're going through this fast. We're on to the next bag. I decided to try out this smoking edge gel. The first thing that attracted me was the packaging and the color, but I really am interested to see because the last time I bought the where's the one? Red one. When I buy the red one, I find it was more on the greasy side, right? This is probably a bootleg version. I don't know, but it's not as greasy. I don't know. When I try it, we will see. It smells nice though. I also got these stockings. I love the off black. I feel like I'll stick to this particular shade. I just like how it looks on me. I also got these no-name cotton rounds because it's the cheapest instead of buying new ones that is a brand. Period. I also bought a new moisturizer. I went with a simple moisturizer. I was very shocked because for some reason I was expecting this brand to be very cheap, but it was not very cheap. But I know it would last. The Neutrogena one that I bought before, it wasn't lasting because it was more like a water base, so you needed a lot of it, as well as the packaging is so small. So I'm really hoping that this simple moisturizer lasts. Where is it? You use this? I don't believe it. True? Oh, simple brand, the brand. So this is what it looks like. And it doesn't have a smell. I think it's fragrance free. Actually just wash my face, so I need to put on moisturizer right now. So let me test it out and see. I know you fast and you want to see it view, so I don't honey it one time. The smell is not really the best, but it's not about the scent, it's about if it moisturizes your skin while being cost effective. So we'll see how this goes. Right, so that's that. And the last two items that we have, one, this mouthwash from the brand Wisdom. I got it because it was very cost effective. I'll see how it goes. As well as this clarifying shampoo. I finally got a proper clarifying shampoo that suits natural hair, because the last one I bought was from the brand Pantene. But this one, you all know I love the purple line, or should I say the grapeseed oil hair care line, which is the product with the purple banner. Wait, is this grapes? Yes, the products with the purple banner from Aunt Jackie's. I love. So yes. Okay, so that'll be all for this Pennywise haul. Okay, guys, so this is the next segment of our haul. I'm doing a mini grocery haul. I'm not trying to do it real fast. So this is some lettuce, the very nice, clean, aesthetic lettuce that I like from Valu. And you all know I'm very picky about my lettuce. Next, I have some tomatoes. I'm really liking tomatoes these days, and I feel like it goes with everything, like omelets, sandwiches. I love breakfast sandwiches, burritos. You can't go wrong. Tuna, you need tomatoes to make it taste good, you know? So that's that. Boom, we of course have our almond milk. I'm an almond milk lover, especially vanilla almond milk. This brand is great. I also picked up a loaf of bread. What else do we got? Some tortillas to make some more burritos or wraps, of course. I got my favorite yellow peppers. I usually don't get them in Trinity branch. However, in Val Park Plaza, they had them yellow or red. And they had a special for independent, which was a buy two for $20 in the barbecue sauce. So I got these two barbecue sauce. I got the hot and spicy and the original. Boom. What else did I get? Cranberries, dried cranberries for my oatmeal. Agave. I've been wanting to try this, but I'm so nervous because I wanted to be able to replace my pancake syrup. So this is my new sweetener that I will be using to make tea. That's the main thing I need sweeteners for, really. But I may use it in other stuff as well. And if I make pancakes or waffles, hopefully it tastes good. I know. Also got me some creamy peanut butter. I love this brand. I don't like Batux. I like this brand instead. For my oatmeal as well. Let me know if you all want to see a detailed video of how I make my oatmeal. I got this peanut granola cereal. I really liked it. I tried it at a sample. It had a pop-up shop at my job with Sunshine cereals, and it tastes great, so I bought it. I got this pack of biscuits. It was very cost effective. I think it was like $23, and you get a lot, 12 packs in it. Can't go wrong. I got my guilty pleasure, which is my cashew nuts. Imagine paying $40 for 4 nuts, 4 pack of nuts. I feel like they need to get like a huge bottle or bag of these nuts just for me, so I can get a special discount on my nuts, you know. But I love these honey roasted cashew nuts. Favorite snack right now. And that is literally it. Well, after a few stuff, black beans, definitely one of my favorite things ever. So I got this super size tin of black beans. And got lastly the Sargento mozzarella cheese to make my breakfast sandwich or chicken wraps or whatever. So stay tuned. We're gonna make some videos, and you always see me make these really cool things that I planned to make with these items.